So, Mr. President, we just marked last week Trump's 100th day in office. And for some of us, it's felt like 100 years.
Maybe you could be the next pope.
You
No,
have...
that's Trump. He
Yeah.
You've, so it's been 100 days, and you have waited to speak out until now. Why is now the right time for you to speak out, and what is your honest assessment of the first 100 days?
You keep saying years.
Number one, talking to former presidents of both parties is just a tradition. You just let the new guy come and have you get off the ground without going after him. Number one. Number two, I think he has done, quite frankly, a very poor job in the interest of the United States of America. I think the way he's dealing, I know you don't want to talk about foreign policy, I'll just be a second. I think, the greatest alliance in the history of the world is with NATO, not a joke. Yeah. And he's blown it up. I was able to expand it, we moved it and made up for it. But I'm worried that the impact will be long-term and negative, even if we win again and put it back together again. I think that he has demonstrated to the rest of the world that, the idea that he has a relationship with Putin the way he does. I've known Putin for over 45 years. The man's not, he's a dictator. I could go on, and then domestically, I don't understand, why is he going after people's health care and Social Security? Why is he doing that? What possible reason is that? How is he saving money? People paid to get into these programs.
Yeah.
I just find it...
Just to be mean, just to be cruel?
Well, all kidding aside, I don't quite get the anyway, I can be short.
I can be short. No, you're criticizing Trump. You can go on.
Go ahead, Joy.
Yeah. So I've noticed that Trump can't stop talking about you. He's obsessed with you. As of late April, he had mentioned you and your family and your administration at least 580 times. We're talking shrink land now, because, when you're obsessed with somebody, you have to look in yourself and say, what is going on here? And at his Trump's cabinet meeting last week, your name was invoked 52 times, and he blamed you for the economic mess that his tariffs are causing. Why is he so fixated on you and blaming you for everything?
I beat him.
And that's it. He's just
I'm
ticked
used to
off.
dealing with bullies.
Well, Mr. President, when you announced that you wouldn't be seeking re-election, only 28% of the country thought that the country was on the right track. Now, you are understandably very proud of many achievements in your administration, but do you take any responsibility for not hearing the concerns of voters on the border security or cost of living sooner? And do you take any responsibility for Trump's re-election?
Yes, I do, because, look, I was in charge, and he won. So, I take responsibility, number one. But number two, you remember, we put together a commission leading with one of the most conservative members of the United States Senate from Oklahoma running it. We came up with a significant means by which we could deal with the border. Yeah. What did Trump do? He got on the telephone, and he called Republicans, do not support it. It's legal, it'll work, it'll make Biden look good, don't do it. Yeah. And they backed off. They backed off.
Can't someone be impeached for something like that?
Well, secondly, look, what we didn't have a chance to do, and I've been advised not to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. No one thought I could get past an over $1 trillion plan to rebuild the country. Mm-hmm. Well, we made a lot of commitments, and $1 billion tunnels going through for Amtrak, bridges, so on. But we weren't quite as good as he was about advertising. There's nothing to say Biden brought you this.
Yeah.
There's nothing saying the Democrats brought you this. And we knew none of this would occur for another 6 months to 2 years. It takes time to do all that. I mean, for example, We invented the computer chip. It's a multi-trillion-dollar future. But guess what? Because it was cheaper to get cheaper labor, they sent it overseas, brought the product back home, we lost control. And what happened? We found out we didn't have the sources to do it anymore. So when I got in the plane, I went to South Korea, I went all through Asia, and I got them all to come back and invest commit several $1 trillion in investments to rebuild these facilities here and us take control of this. That's why, there's multiple parts to make a car. You need all these. And so, but none of it would take place immediately. The same way with, for example, I don't know what last thing I'll say. But one of the things I'm proudest of working for is changing the way in which drug companies can charge you for prescriptions.
Yes.
It's a fundamental change. It's changing people's lives. Yeah. They can now afford the medicine they need. But it just was kicking in. And so that was a mistake to not be able to advertise, figuratively speaking, and actually that what was doing. But we knew, and I knew this, I knew it wasn't going to happen right away.
What?
The projects, the benefits. How do you lead the world without having the best infrastructure in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best healthcare in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best education system in the world? How do you lead the world when you don't have that done? And they're all set up to do it. And last thing, I thought what he would do, I thought he'd come along and be smart. I shouldn't say it. I thought he'd come along and say he did it. Look, when you have the lovely lady from North Carolina who talked about me with such affection, saying Joe Biden did more than anybody did, and so on, as a criticism.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? I ran as an ad.
That was good.
But my point is that I thought he'd say, no, I brought you this. I brought you healthcare. I brought you this. I brought you that. And this is a guy who left with the largest deficit any president has added when he was the last time president. And cut it to his choice. What's it all about? Cut all these programs, can have another $5 trillion tax cut for the super wealthy. I admire people who can make a hell of a lot of money. Just pay your taxes.
That's right. That's right.
No, I'm not joking. Average billionaire in America pays 8.2%.
That's it?
Must be nice.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
No, I'm not joking.
It's outrageous. That's why
8.2% federal
nice
tax.
Things.
Anyway.
That's why they were all at his swearing in.
Yeah. I promised I would ask you this question because not only, they want me to ask it, not only is he obsessed with you and blaming you for everything, he's also obsessed with the fact that you used an auto pen to sign the pardons you issued right before you left office for members of your immediate family. Now he's calling for investigations and claiming the pardons are void and vacant.
Oh, he's vacant. Come on.
And on that note, we are going to break because that was the dropping of the mic.